Hi, Elijah. This is Ms. Stevens, and I'm going to give you some directions on your yellow fever paper that will get you a top grade. First of all, I'm quite fascinated by this topic of the yellow fever, especially some of the things you've written. I can tell that you've put a lot of effort into this, and it's quite well done so far. I need to give you some direction, though, for the rest of your paper. I want you to, as you're listening to my comments, pause the video from time to time to go ahead and do the things I'm telling you to do. For example, people put leech on each other. Wait, people put leech on other people that have yellow fever. So I know these are only your notes, but be sure and change this to plural. So it's supposed to be people put leeches on, and I would say to change it to on the victims. I would say on the victims who had yellow fever. You don't want to say have, because was in the past. You don't want to say other people. So I think that would be better wording. So why don't you go ahead and pause it and change it to people put leeches on the victims who had yellow fever, because I'm going to change it all back. So pause and change that into people put leeches on the victims who had yellow fever. So hopefully you've made that change. What's this? Wooden. Oh, this is just so well done because you've done just exactly what the directions asked. Who were some notable people, and here they are. So I'm just gonna advise you to capitalize Philadelphia since it's the name of a city, and then I'm gonna have you change don't to wouldn't. Thomas Jefferson and George Washington left capitalized Philadelphia so they wouldn't get yellow fever. You wouldn't say don't, that's not the correct verb tense. So I'm going to just pause while you change Philadelphia to uppercase P and you change don't to wouldn't, and then you can go ahead and resolve that comment. Or you should pause. Okay, so hopefully by now you've changed that. Also, you want to list here, your source for all this wasn't WebMD. I'd get rid of that. Well, you can keep it for now in case you need it for another paragraph, but your source for that was actually this one, okay? So just know that that was your source for all this stuff. Then for the rest of your information for this paragraph, I'd add just a couple more things. I'd go to, this is a recommended source, history.com, for your background information. And then you can fill in, no add, you can fill in how it got to Philadelphia, because it says right here, the first yellow fever out, blah, 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 not caring about that. Then it says, in the late summer of 1793, refugees from a yellow fever epidemic in the Caribbean, not caring about that, go away, fled to Philadelphia. That's all you need. That tells you how it got from the Caribbean to Philadelphia. So to be precise, Elijah, in your own words, you're going to mention that although at first there were yellow fever outbreaks in the late 1690s, the biggest epidemic was in 1793 when refugees from a yellow fever epidemic in the Caribbean fled to Philadelphia. So that's all you need for your first paragraph. I'm going to pause and let you kind of fix up your notes with this information, putting it in your own words because you're good at that. And then we'll go to the second videotape.